Before they run down the hill at Clemson, they touch Howard's rock. Only if they're ready to go, because if they're not, as Frank Howard himself said, keep your stinking hands off my rock. Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Here's the handoff. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch it. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Looking to take a shot. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to the back. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Bully ball on 3rd and short. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. Tackled, but he has a 1st down. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball too. You could see there right after the 3rd down play looking at his sideline saying, give me the ball, I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team, and he comes through big time.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. The give from the gun. Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8.
Brought down at the 8-yard line. Brings up second down.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Gonna run it. It's Cook. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Fair catch called for and made. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come out.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He fires to the left side. Fires the pass, intercepted. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Really tough on an offense. 3rd and long, it's tough to, you know you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, you know, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that first down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
The Longhorns looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Coming after it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And this part of the field is always so difficult for coaches. They'll all tell you that. The field shrinks, the coverages get more aggressive, and try to run the football, try to pass. Now, on 3rd down, you got to find something in this area you really feel comfortable with.
Discards a man. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Not a chance. Missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense.
42 Spider. 4-2 stop unlock.
They'll leave it with him. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. after the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Motion from the offense. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the ball will be grabbed at the 30-yard line. Touchdown, Tigers. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
And he added the extra point. And we're all square as he set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Texas offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He's going to pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
One final play before the end of the quarter. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time he's got it. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period.
With the score tied 7-7.
First down to start the drive after the break. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Brings up 2nd down.
Using his legs, it's Cook. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
And that was a nice 2nd down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. And the Longhorns get enough for the first down.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down and inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Washington. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves them with 2nd and 11. They go to the ground. Finds a crease at the 20. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
On first down from the 13-yard line. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll go to the ground. And into the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Bowling Green is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Iowa State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation now becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Clemson is quick to the line. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He's got it, and they convert. Still on his feet at the 45. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Quick completion on the out. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
As a defender, you use the sideline as the 12th man. That's another guy. You know the play stops there. He can't make a catch. Great job by the wide receiver, fighting for his space, catching the ball, and staying in bounds.
The RPO fired complete to the left. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
What we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
A 1st down run in the red zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
Well, with this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line finding creases.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying to power it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson!
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic, they got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
Lining up to add another. Splits those uprights right in half. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Oh, he's going to take a chance. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Looking for a huge play. And the ball is picked off. Got room on the return. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Clemson.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6.
14.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
First and 10.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Still on his feet at the 25. The expressway is wide open. The 20. And the defense couldn't corral him, and they took it all the way. Touchdown, Texas!
Number 21.
And these offenses are just putting up numbers.
They got so much speed at so many positions with spread football now in college. It's so hard to stop. Defenses are just trying to hold on, shut them down in the red zone, and not give up a touchdown.
Set to kick off.
He'll bring it out. It's Moore. He took the risk bringing it out of the end zone, and he'll go out of bounds at the 20. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. They can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Got his man quickly. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback can go in the other position.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. And the DB just can't stay with them because of his speed. And as a result, they give up a big one.
Looking to go up top on first down. Snags it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
To throw, it's Lawrence. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
What a great rush by the defense. Understanding, winning up front, getting to the quarterback, and rattling him. Try not to get a penalty, right? Because God forbid you touch these guys too hard, you get called for a penalty. Nice job getting a good clean hit pressure on the quarterback.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the Longhorns will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking for a gap. It's King. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Feeling some heat. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
You just want to find a way to affect the QB, and the defense does a great job getting to the quarterback, hitting him as he throws the football. Not only does it make that throw bad, in the future now, the quarterback's taking a few hits and makes him a little bit more unsure of himself.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They get to him as he throws. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll call for the fair catch here. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. He's got his man. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
The give to the back. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Fast motion from the offense. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Moore. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
On 3rd down, going up top. Got his man on the right. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration out front. As a result, they lose yardage.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic, picked off. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Tigers. How about that D coming up with a play like that? No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Boston College is on top, but it's not like Matt Ryan or Doug Flutie are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 13 over the Sharks. For now, it's back to you, fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Wants to throw. It's Lawrence. Looking left. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And how about that play? Even with the short return, they're in. Got it at the 17.
I'll tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Hands it off. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Working the middle, it's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. From the gun, the running back has it. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
You talk about frustrating for a defense. You think you got him stuck, you got him backed up, 3rd and long, and they run the ball for a first down. Oh, it makes you so mad.
The Tigers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Slide 22. Slot.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Clemson jumps to the line. Trying to bully their way in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Defense becomes even more heightened in this area of the field. You get the short yardage situations, the goal-to-go situations. They got to be dialed in. That's 2 big stops in a row by this defense, forcing a 3rd and goal, putting some pressure now on this offense.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Just drives it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. That last score sort of like the finishing touch on a great meal as they are oh so close to tasting victory and getting ready to kick it away again. He's going to bring it out from deep. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Texas offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try the run. Gets enough for the 1st down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the 3rd quarter. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Right back to the well. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell them.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got some room to run. The 40. At the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Clemson. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Looking for a crease. It's Gibson. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Ball's at the 29. and defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. They'll try the right side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn.